Good morning and welcome to World Peace Day 365. Now, as some of you may have guessed, this is the last daily video that I'm putting out for World Peace. It has been a whole year worth of videos, and I would like to congratulate you for joining me on these days. And I do have a special shout out to Janet and to Diane, who have been here for the whole 365 days, and an honourable mention to Jerry, who has also joined me for most of the days. I know that there are others of you that are out there and been watching a lot of the videos, and I thank you so much. I don't know your names, so I can't thank you personally. But I really appreciate the effort you've made to put peace and love out into the world. And of course, so does the universe. I'd just like to say that this is quite an achievement for me. I have a lot of water placements in my chart. So for me to do something every day for a whole year has been at times very challenging and at times very repetitive. But it's also been such a lovely, nice goal for me to have and to have achieved. And I thank you for participating in that and allowing me to share that with you as well. One of the other things I think I've learnt is that no outside circumstance can create peace for you. It has to come from within. And by having a daily peace practice, that is facilitated and it helps grow peace within you. I have certainly become a lot more peaceful in my life, and I hope you have seen that in your life as well. Of course, I'm not putting out the videos every day anymore, but I do invite you to go back and watch from day one again because there is a whole year of videos. I'll certainly be doing that because it also allows me to relive the journey I've been on. And there have been times that I've struggled to find things to film, as some of the videos you will see that because they're a little bit boring, but it has also got me out of my comfort zone a lot. Spending time in nature really makes you appreciate how fleeting things are. And I guess that's an analogy for life. You know, things are only temporary. And that's the good times and the bad times. So when you are struggling in any part of life, just remember that it's fleeting and it will pass and good times will come again. So I think that I've found that I've really noticed nature and really started to develop an eye for things that look good and feel good for me. And part of this journey has been such an evolution for me because I do love nature, but there are times where I'll be in my house for days at a time and not step outside because we make our houses so comfortable. So going out when it's raining and going out when it's really windy have been really liberating for me because there is no excuse just to step outside your front door. And I hope you can feel that too. And nature always puts on a display, a lovely display that we don't always appreciate. And there can be something there one day and it's gone 2 days later. So capturing new blooms and things that spark joy have been really, really lovely experience for me. It helps us realize that we are a big part of the planetary ecosystem. I knew that intellectually, but actually going through this process has allowed me to feel it in my heart and to really experience it. And it's really made me reconsider choices I've made in life about consumerism and packaging on things and hoarding things that I really don't need. And I have had a bit of a clear out as well in my life. And I think that's part of this process of realizing that we are only here as caretakers of the land. We don't actually own any of the land. So to actually contribute in that way has been wonderful. And realizing that Mother Nature puts on a display, whether it's the height of summer or the depths of winter, there's always something to see. That really makes you think about the cycles of life and how we go through our own cycles as well. I hope you've enjoyed this process. I certainly have. and of course I invite you to rewatch if you want to continue. I am going to talk about what Mother Earth is going through at this point as well. So I'm actually, as I'm tuning in, getting a little bit teary because the divine enlightened beings who are responsible for peace on earth and directing all of this energy that we send out are sending so much love through to us, and it's really, really heartfelt, and it's triggering tears and in a really emotional response within me. Um, I hope you can feel this too because it's really, really powerful. So, Mother Earth congratulates us on doing all of this cleansing and wants us to bring it into our own lives as well. Because as we're lifting things that are outside of us, we are also synergistically lifting things that are within us. And so you should feel lighter in spirit. If you're sitting in your own energy and not allowing other people's energy to impact you, you should be feeling lighter. And if you're finding that you're not feeling lighter due to life circumstances or something like that, it's time to allow some of that to be let go. Mother Earth congratulates us and wants us to know that that belt that was cinching her right in the beginning has completely evaporated. There's still some historic, but less historic energy being cleared. So we're talking about war in the Middle East now, maybe Gulf War. We're talking about civil wars in some African countries. So the energy that's being cleared now is more contemporary. And what that does in the future is means that there's less to be cleared and less aggression in that place. So it's not perpetrated again and again and again to people who do have a trigger warning and a trigger hair trigger temper, because they may be sensitive to that and it just triggers them into action and what you don't want them to be doing. Well, it's not about us to control it, but it's more about removing the burden that triggers people when they're already stressed. So over the past year, we've managed to clear not only historical energy, but contemporary energy too. So we've done a valuable job, and I'm being told this as I'm just channeling this through now. We have made such an impact to the earth that can't be measured in any human way. But just know that for someone who can see energy fields and patterns, which I can't on a global scale, but for those enlightened beings and angels and the elementals who are working the land and the spirits that are responsible for certain areas of geographical location, it is such a shift for them, and they can see it and they can measure it. And so we're being deeply congratulated here for the job that we've done, and we've done well. So thank you so much for your assistance in this project. I truly appreciate it, and so does the universe and Mother Earth, of course. I'm hearing now that there have been things that have been averted because of our energy, and that is really, really special, but also empowering, because we don't have to be out there being aggressive about things. We can be doing things from an internal, peaceful place that have a huge impact on the world around us. And it's not about energy manipulation, it's about being in sync with nature and the universe and living by universal rules, not necessarily the man-made rules. So, for the very last time in this series, we are going to send peace and love to the whole wide world. Deep breath in. Exhale. Sending peace and love to the whole wide world. It's our turn now to experience some peace and love. We've done an amazing job sending out peace to the world and to others. Deep breath in. Exhale. Sending peace and love towards ourselves. It's the last time that we're going to send some peace and love in this series to light workers who, for some of them, have felt this energy very strongly. Others are not aware, but that's okay. Deep breath in. Exhale. Sending peace and love to light workers. Draw your attention back to your surroundings. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Give yourselves a stretch or a shake. Open your eyes if you had them closed. I'm getting teary again. It has been an honour working with you all. I really appreciate the support, and I really appreciate all the comments and love that you've sent my way. I hope you have a marvellous day, a marvellous month, a marvellous year, and a marvellous life. Hopefully I'll see you again with something else, but for now, farewell.